There's a new Gemini feature inside of Google Workspace. So apparently, if you're using Google Drive, now you can collaborate with Gemini to talk to your PDF. So uh, it's been hit or miss, if I'm being honest, with Google and some of their recent AI announcements. As an example, when we saw Google Gemini in Google Docs, Google Sheets, not that good. But when we saw Notebook LM, I was blown away. So let's dive in and see if this new one is any good. All right, what's going on, y'all? If you're new here, my name's Jordan. I'm the host of Everyday AI. We're a daily live stream podcast, free daily newsletter, helping people learn and leverage generative AI to grow their companies and careers. So aside from our daily live stream podcast and newsletter, we do normally an AI in 5, which is a quick trick, tip, or tutorial. That's a tongue twister. So today we're going to be looking at this new feature of collaborating with Gemini inside Drive. So I honestly didn't even really see this. I'm always tracking the Gemini updates. I didn't see this on their blog or anywhere else. But I will try and leave this kind of help doc so you can read it a little bit more. So here's what we're going to be doing in this little tutorial. Very simple. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, trying to give Google the benefit of the doubt because I know I can be hard on Google and Gemini. But I have a newsletter here from last week where we covered Apple Intelligence. I saved this as a PDF and then I uploaded this into Google Drive. And I might even do a little bit of a comparison, trying the same thing in Gemini and just in this new interface. So let's just try it. So literally, I haven't done this. I'm doing it live, unscripted. So you're going to find out at the same time I am. All right, so let's go ahead. I guess I click got it. Yep. And generally, yeah, so this is how different different logo animation, that's fine. So you'll probably see this now in your Gmail, in your Google Docs, in your Google Sheets, etc. But you do have to have the Gemini add-on enabled for your workspace, which I believe is like $20 or $30 a month per user. All right, so keep that in mind. So it's giving me some suggestions that I can do. So let's just I'm going to try this default one, and it is an alpha right now. So you do have to have alpha features enabled or alpha access enabled. So even if you do have the $20 or $30 a month Gemini add-on enabled, you also have to have alpha updates enabled for your organization. I've had other videos on the channel that show you this. All right, so I'm going to try this, list the main points. And you'll see right here, unlike, if you're using the Copilot banner inside of Microsoft Edge, which I love, you click it once, it does it automatically. For this, all it does is put the little prompt in there for you. So it's not like a one click, but that's okay. So let's see how this works. All right, so pretty simple. At least it was accurate. So, phew. All right, so a lot of these things inside, especially the Google Sheets one, in my opinion, that was one of the most useless features or integrations for an AI inside of a major platform we all use. All right, so it did an okay job here. It also cited the source, which in this case is only the PDF. All right, so not bad. So I'm going to say, tell me more about how Apple Intelligence works. All right. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. I'm not trying anything crazy, right? So it says tip to include results from the web, select retry with Google search icon. All right. So interesting. All right. So let's see if I can make this a little bigger. I can. Okay. There we go. So now we can see a little bit more here. Let's look at some of the features. I can clear history, more suggestions. This will collapse and then expand. All right, so nothing crazy here. And then we have this retry with Google search. All right, so I said, let's see, tell me more about how Apple Intelligence works. I'm going to check the source, make sure it only went to this PDF. Good, it didn't bring in anything from Gemini. So it did pretty good. So again, this was just all from our breakdown of this show. So everything in here, it looks like, at least right now, is fairly accurate. All right, I'm going to do the same thing real quick here in Gemini to see if we're getting similar results. All right, I'm going to do the same file here. All right, Gemini is being a little wonky. It's not even loading any of my files. Cool, Gemini. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to refresh. try that one more time here. There we go. All right, so let's get that file type here. All right, we'll just search for our file, Apple Intelligence. There we go. Let's go ahead and insert. And we'll try just the exact same, there's no fancy prompting here. We're just making sure that it works. All right, so let's try the same thing here. Tell me about how Apple Intelligence works. And we're going to see, let's see here, if we get a similar response. We should, in theory, right? It's the same technology under the hood. So let's see here. All right, little slower. All right, so what's interesting enough is I don't think I covered all of these things in the newsletter. So it looks like Gemini took a little more leeway. So as an example, I didn't talk about the specific models and algorithms used by Apple Intelligence not publicly disclosed. I don't believe. So I'm actually just gonna I'm gonna go ahead in here and just double check this. Yeah, so I didn't talk about any algorithms. I didn't talk about any let's see. Yeah, this was something else. Yeah, so it looks like Gemini, again, I'm not saying that's a hallucination there, but it actually looks like the version inside Google Drive did a little bit better. So that's pretty interesting there. All right, let's try one more very quick test here. I'm going to pause this and bring up the file just so I don't, share any information here. All right, so I just uploaded this file. One thing to keep in mind, this right now, I believe is best for PDFs. So if you have like a Google Doc file, it's going to open this in Google Docs, right? So at least this Gemini Alpha inside of Google Drive, make sure you upload a PDF. So here I have transcripts from a very long 109-page file. So I'm actually going to go here. I'm going to go toward the middle and let's see if we can just pull out one small thing. Here we go. So let's talk about, so again, these are transcripts. It's a ton. So I'm going to say very small thing. So here I'm talking about how many backlog episodes there are on Everyday AI at this point of the transcript. So small thing toward the end. It requires, the AI system here to, really actually be able to analyze this. And 109 pages is a lot. So I don't know if this new Gemini inside Google Drive is going to be able to handle this. So let's go ahead and just ask how many backlog episodes are there. All right. So not providing a lot of context. We're seeing how well it does. And then we'll try this exact same thing in Google Drive. So, okay, it says there are 5 backlog episodes. That's interesting. All right. So it says sources. When you click on it, it just opens that in a new window. So that's incorrect. All right. And now I'm actually going to see, let's see here. So if I say backlog here, here's the correct answer, 250. Let's see if I referenced it anywhere else, backlog. All right, here we go. And then I didn't say anything about 5. So it says there are 5 backlog episodes. There's 250. Again, this is an alpha. Hallucinations happen, but this was a pretty straightforward one. And I don't think Google did a very good job here. So as an example, I'm going to do the exact same thing. So now I'm in Google Docs. Yes, I know. So we're actually taking a look inside Gemini, inside the Drive extension, and now inside the Gemini extension inside Google Docs. So let's try the exact same thing. I'm saying how many backload episodes are there? And we'll see if this does a better job inside of the Google Docs Gemini integration. This is also in alpha. All right, so same thing. It says there are at least 5 backlog episodes as shown in the recent posts section, right? So then I click on this, nothing, right? Not too thrilled. You know what? I didn't want to make this a super long one, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try one thing because this is a tool now that I really like. So this is Notebook LM. So I'll probably have more tutorials. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go into, let's see, Google Docs. Let's see. I'm going to do this same transcript and I'm going to see if it does a better job, right? So is this Notebook LM Is it better than everything else? So you got to give it a second here. At least in my early testing, I was super impressed with this. So let's do the same thing. We're going to ask how many backload episodes are there. All right. And you'll see right now, I can click this view chat, close chat, notebook guide. It says there's only just the one source right here, checked on the right. So let's see if this does a better job. It got it right? Y'all, not super impressed with anything Google puts out aside from Notebook LM. So it was the only thing that got it right. It said there are at least 250 backlog episodes. All right. I know we were all over the place on that one, but I did want to just go over, this new feature inside of Google Drive, the Gemini extension in alpha. So you saw, is it good? I don't know. You have to do your own testing, but we're going to continue to look at this and everything else. So hope this was helpful. Go to youreverydayai.com, sign up for the free daily newsletter, and we'll see you back for another AI in 5. Thanks, y'all.